Good morning everyone. Tomorrow I'm setting off for the Peak District. Going to be going up Kinder Scout. So today it's getting the van ready, getting everything sorted and setting off, like I said, very early in the morning. Probably about 5:45, 6 o'clock. Make sure I get parked up properly and that. So got things like getting the toilet ready, filling the water up, getting all my supplies in, my dry clothes and what have you. It's forecast not very good weather, so I need to take plenty of dry clothes. I think when I get back from the walk I might be a bit wet. Get all the bedding in and everything else I need, all my food, and we're away. So I'll get everything set up and show you what needs doing. Right, what I've got here is a recycle tub. See, it's got council on it and everything. I've just put a little dividing board in the middle. What I do, I use this side for all my sort of tinned and dry goods. You know, my pasta and my bread will be in there and all that sort of thing. And this side I use for putting my clothes in. So once I've got all that filled and sorted out, that just sits in the, well, where the passenger seat should be, on the floor there. And it also, once the lid's on, I've got quite a nice little sort of table as well on top of it. So if I'm going for any sort of length of time, once this is all in place, my compressor fridge sits on top of that. But just for an overnighter, I don't need the fridge, so it'll just be this box. Right, my olive oil isn't looking too classy. I don't know whether it's supposed to go like that or what, but I think we might bin that and get some new. Right, it's a full change of clothes in there. Normally, just on an overnight, I wouldn't even bother taking any clothes. I'd just put up with smell and get a good shower when I got back. But like I say, it's forecast bad weather, so I think I'm going to need dry clothes rather than clean clothes. So I've got a full change there. Right, just dropped the router in place, so we've got plenty of internet. And I've just been sorting cables out to the holder that I use for my iPad for my sat nav. So that's all set up and ready just to drop in and go in the morning. All I'm going to do now is refasten the carbon monoxide detector up the top there, because it fell down. So I'm going to put that back up and then go and get some shopping. Right, just going to fill the toilet up. Mine's a Thetford Porta Potty 165. It comes into two halves. Slide this button over at the back and lift the top off. I'm left with the bottom bit. Always press this button before you do anything else, because any pressure in there, like you just heard there, it releases, and then you can open this safely without getting a face full. Now you put your aqua blue in the bottom first. I just measure it out in this measuring jug. I normally put about 3 jugs of water in the bottom of that. Right, that's that bit done. Now put the top back on. All it does, it hooks in from the front and then snaps down. And it's just like to give it a bit of a tug, that's it. Take the top off there, and then we go for the pink. A lot of people don't bother with this one, but I think it just makes it smell a bit better. I'll drop that in there. What I'll do is just put a couple of jugfuls in, just to rinse this jug out, and then use the hose pipe. You can put in this top bit, because this is your flush, you can put as little or as much as you need. So I'm only going overnight, so I'll only be putting a couple of litres in there, 2 or 3 litres at most. It's pointless filling it right up, all you're doing is carrying extra weight. There we go, that's the toilet about done. Next job, make sure the rucksack's all ready and packed. So that's a little fold-up chair for when I get a bit too tired. Spare bar towel, which is black sheep. Oh, upside down. This is my black sheep ones. I use these when I get a sweat on. Got one at the side here already. That's that in my chair. And that bit. This section, binoculars, first aid kit, compass, foil blanket, all the emergency things that you may need while you're out there. Should never go anywhere without at least your first aid kit. There's some sachets of coffee and bits and bobs in there. What's that? In the bottom section, where are we? Not there. I have spare waterproof coat, waterproof trousers, and big waterproof like a tarpaulin, just in case. It's the thing, you never know what's going to happen, you never know how the weather's going to turn when you're out. Do all the planning you like, things can still go wrong. But it's always better, I think, to try and... I know it's a little bit of extra weight you're carrying, but at the end of the day it could just save you. I like to tie these straps off so they're not flapping about in wind and dangling all over the place. I've got a couple of bottles of water in a minute, just put them in side pockets. Well, the one thing I do detest about all rucksacks, these side pockets, you put your water in, you cannot get to your water without taking the rucksack off, which is a really bad design fault, I think. You should be able to at least get to them, get a drink and put it back in without having to stop, take all your rucksack off. And every single rucksack I've ever had has been the same. None of them have had the proper, well, anything near proper that you can get to get your drink out. Right, that's that all taken care of. Right, we've got the toilet back in and filled up. And let's open this up. Got the water filled, only about 3/4. so there's no point carrying massive amounts. Food and clothes are in, sleeping bag, rucksack and boots. That should be just about everything we need. All the pots and pans are already in the cupboard there. Just gonna have a last look around, see if there's anything else I forgot or that we've missed. Don't think there is, and then we're all set. Jump in it morning and we're away.